And so we're trying to put it on God. Oh, God, you gave me this terrible spouse. God, you gave me terrible kids. Oh, God, he's like, I gave you great kids. I gave you a great spouse. I gave you great friendships, but you're not watering them. You're not taking care of it, right? I gave you a great body and health, but you damaged it. I gave you a brand new vehicle, but you blew the transmission. You didn't change the transmission. You didn't change the oil in the vehicle. You didn't check the check engine light and have the sensors rewired or reconfigured or, reset. You didn't do your part. I did my part. You didn't do your part. And so we often like to blame God for things that are our responsibility, or we like to throw all the responsibility on the Lord. When God's like, hey, no, that's not how relationships work. Jesus even talks about that. He says, anything I ask my Father to do, he will do. Anything my Father asks of me, I will do. You see, God has his part, we have ours. Nothing changes if we don't change. We can't change the world entirely. Maybe you might be able to if you grow in that much influence, but the reality is you can only control your world and those that want to be in your world. Because if they don't want to be in your world, they don't have to. What can you do to change your life to make it better? Amen. And this hit me hard. And this is the very truth. Because year after year, nothing would change in my life. But I also noticed I changed nothing in my life. That's why my life was the same. I kept doing the same thing over and over again. I was expecting different results and nothing came of it. Until I started to change what I was doing, nothing changed. Right? And not everything that I changed worked at first or at all. I had to constantly find different ways to get healthy. I had to constantly find different ways to work out again and get in shape. I had to constantly find different ways to better my marriage. I had to constantly find different ways to raise my kids because I was teaching them a certain way. They wouldn't learn it. So I was yelling at them. It wasn't working. So I had to try something different. And they started to respond. They didn't respond to everything, right? And so we're not in control of others. We're not even in control of our spouses or even our kids, but we are in control of ourselves. When I finally started taking responsibility for my life, when I finally started to make minute changes in my life, in my thinking pattern by reading a different book, having a new brain path in my head formed because I was listening to new books, audiobooks, podcasts, or reading books and being challenged in my thinking, it's uncomfortable. Why people don't want it? Why people don't experience change or want to change? Because it's uncomfortable. It's hard. It's difficult. If you've been eating unhealthy your whole life, it's hard to make that transition.